All right, now let's talk about what's under the hood, because this is where sellers love to dazzle you with horsepower numbers and fancy terms, while quietly skipping over the trade-offs. The Toyota RAV4 keeps things simple and reliable. Most trims come with a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine paired with an 8-speed automatic. It pushes out about 203 horsepower, which is plenty for daily driving, highway merging, and even light towing. It's not built to thrill you with stoplights, but it's built to last. Toyota has a reputation for engines that go the distance with minimal fuss, and that's exactly what you're getting here. Now step into Lexus NX, specifically the NX250 and NX350 trims. The NX250 uses a similar 2.5-liter engine, but feels a touch smoother thanks to Lexus tuning. The real performance jump, though, comes in the NX350, which swaps in a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder pumping out 275 horsepower. On paper, that's a big leap, nearly 70 extra horses, and it translates into quicker acceleration and more confident highway overtakes. Sellers will highlight this immediately. Feel the turbocharged power, the thrill of luxury performance. Sounds great, right? Here's the turning point. That power doesn't come free. First, you'll need premium fuel to get the most out of the NX Turbo. That means every trip to the gas station costs more, and with today's prices, that adds up quickly. Second, the NX's turbo can't quite match the RAV4 in long-term fuel efficiency, where the RAV4 gets around 30 miles per gallon combined in its gas version, and even higher if you choose a hybrid. The NX Turbo drops into the low to mid-20s. Sellers often skim past this fact because performance sounds better than paying more every week for fuel. Another detail they don't emphasize: Toyota offers the RAV4 Hybrid and even the RAV4 Prime plug-in hybrid, which deliver incredible efficiency and strong power. In fact, the RAV4 Prime puts out a combined 302 horsepower with instant electric torque, meaning it can actually outrun the NX350 in a 0 to 60 sprint. That's a hidden advantage most people never hear in a dealership pitch. So here's the hook. The Lexus NX may win on paper if you're chasing turbocharged excitement, but the RAV4 quietly offers better fuel economy, lower running costs, and hybrid options that blend speed with savings. The seller won't spell out this way, because the Lexus badge and turbo thrill are easier to market. At the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, do you want performance that costs you every time you fuel up, or performance that also saves money over the long haul? That's the real trade-off hiding under the hood. Have you ever noticed how car sellers love to show you shiny features, glossy brochures, and that luxury badge up front? But they rarely tell you what really separates two vehicles built on the same bones. That's exactly the case with the Toyota RAV4 and Lexus NX. Same parent company, shared platform, but when you step onto the dealer lot, one is priced like a mainstream SUV, and the other like a premium status symbol. So here's the question. Is the Lexus NX truly giving you thousands of dollars more in value? Or is that extra cash mostly paying for badge and sales pitch? That's what we're unpacking today. This isn't about the marketing spin or showroom polish. This is about the hidden trade-offs sellers don't highlight. Let's start with the price. The 2025 Toyota RAV4 opens at around $30,000 for the base trim. Move up a few levels, let's say to the XLE Premium, and you're still comfortably under $40,000. At that price, you're already getting upgrades like dual-zone climate control, a moonroof, and soft-touch cabin materials. It's not flashy, but it's sensible, a car that feels fairly equipped for everyday life. Now compare that to the Lexus NX. This SUV, built on the same architecture, kicks off at just over $42,000 and climbs fast. Add in the popular NX350 luxury package, and you're looking at something in the low to mid $50,000s. That's a difference of well over $10,000 between similarly equipped versions of these two vehicles. Sellers will pitch this price gap as worth it because you're stepping into luxury territory. They'll talk about refined interiors, advanced tech, and stronger performance. And yes, those elements do exist in the NX. But here's the first twist they don't emphasize. When you compare trims carefully, many of the conveniences you rely on day to day, like a power liftgate, wireless smartphone connectivity, and advanced driver assistance, are already in the RAV4, often at a much lower cost. So what are you really paying extra for? Is it a turbocharged engine, quieter cabin, nicer seats? Or is it mostly the prestige of that Lexus badge sitting on your driveway? Sellers rarely ask you to weigh that question, because they know the feeling of luxury often overshadows the math. But here's where we flip the script. If you had an extra $10,000 in your pocket instead of on your finance plan, what could that buy? A year of fuel, a down payment on a second used vehicle, maybe even half a garage upgrade. Suddenly, the RAV4 doesn't look basic, it looks practical. And that's just the beginning. Because once we dig into engines, performance, interior comfort, fuel economy, and even warranty coverage, you'll see exactly where the seller's pitch lines up a reality and where it falls apart. A side-by-side display of a 2026 Toyota RAV4 Black and a 2026 Lexus NX White in a high-end car showroom. Both SUVs are shiny and polished to perfection, illuminated by a mix of white neon lights and golden yellow spotlights. The glossy showroom floor mirrors their reflections, while the clean background keeps the focus entirely on the cars. The scene captures a contrast between practicality and luxury in a visually striking way. When it comes to technology and safety, both the Toyota RAV4 and Lexus NX are loaded, but the way sellers frame the story is where things get interesting. The Lexus NX leans heavily on its premium image. It features a sleek infotainment system with a large touchscreen, crystal-clear graphics, and refined user experience. You also get extras like a digital rear-view mirror, head-up display, and an optional Mark Levinson premium audio system. These touches feel luxurious, and sellers highlight them because they reinforce the idea of exclusivity. But here's the twist. The Toyota RAV4 quietly offers much of the same functionality. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, voice recognition, and Toyota's Safety Sense suite come standard, even on lower trims. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and automatic emergency braking. All included without climbing the price ladder. In fact, some of these features only appear on higher NX trims, meaning you might pay extra for what the RAV4 gives you up front. Now let's talk warranty. Lexus advertises longer bumper-to-bumper coverage, 4 years per 50,000 miles compared to Toyota's 3 years per 36,000 miles. Sounds like a win, right? Here's the catch sellers don't stress. Toyota includes complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 25,000 miles, something Lexus does not. That means free oil changes, tire rotations, and inspections right out of the gate, a practical saving often overlooked in the luxury pitch. So here's the hook. Lexus dazzles with premium polish and extended coverage, but Toyota delivers essential safety, tech, and real-world maintenance savings without stretching your budget. Sellers won't put it this way, but once you compare side by side, the gap between luxury and mainstream isn't as wide as they want you to believe.